Hi, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. My name's FM18, and you're watching the Dafuge Challenge, episode 89, with Enfield Town FC. I don't understand this. I mean, I really don't. After losing to Sheffield Wednesday and then drawing to Reading in what was probably one of the more boring episodes I've ever broadcast, we went on a 4-game non-losing streak and played 3 of the most exciting games I've played in a long, long time. The first up was away at Millwall, and we won this game 6-5. This was, as you can tell by the score, a very back-and-forth game. Trey Coyle had a 9th-minute goal for Millwall. David Myers had a 16th-minute goal for Millwall. That put them up 2-0. Hank Kremer had a 24th-minute goal. Thomas Lapsley had a 30th-minute goal for Millwall. Then Stankovic had a 32nd-minute goal. Rivero had a 34th-minute goal. O'Hare had a 38th-minute goal for us. And that put us up 4-3 at the half. After the half, Michael Fulvey had a 57th-minute goal. Rivero got his brace 2 minutes later in the 59th minute. Ryan Noble tied things up at 5 apiece in the 73rd minute. And on the ensuing kickoff, Hank Kremer had a 74th-minute goal that gave us the lead at 6-5. We had 21 shots, 14 on target. Millwall had 21 shots, 12 on target. We had more clear-cut chances, more half chances, a slight possession advantage. They had more headers, more tackles won. And Callum Lentil went out with an 86th-minute injury. This was a fun game to watch. It really could have gone either way. I would have been happy with the 5-5 draw, to be honest with you. Then we were home against Rotherham, and we won this game 3-1. Hank Kremer, 15th-minute goal. Rivero, a 26th-minute goal. Jason Knight, a 75th-minute goal. He doesn't score all that often, but when it does, it stands out. Stankovic injured again, twisted his ankle again, out for 2 to 4 weeks. I really thought we had a clean sheet, and then Gus Harper scored in the 94th minute, right before the ref blew the whistle, ruining it, but this was a solid game for us. 13 shots, 6 on target, good possession advantage. We ran Rotherham into the ground. After that, we were away at QPR, and this was another barn burner of a game, 5-3. Rivero is finally coming into his own with a hat-trick's worth of goals in the 7th, 18th, and 46th minute right before the half. Hank Kremer had a brace of goals, 79th and 94th minute right before the game ended. Gavin Stephen, Isaac Hayes, and Chris Poole had goals for QPR. They had more shots than us, but they weren't as good in front of the goal as we were. We had more clear-cut chances. They had a ton of long shots. They had 7 to R2, and a lot of them were just wild. I don't know why they count some of these as shots. I mean, this thing is clearly 12, 15, 18 yards away from the post. I guess because it's kind of sort of in the direction of the goal, they're counting it as shots. Switch this screen here real quick. Again, the guys had a really good game. The only one who didn't really do so hot was McNally and O'Hare, but everyone else was pretty solid. Ward, again, was solid between the sticks, but you never know it because they gave him the typical 6.7. And after QPR, we were home against Middlesbrough. If you told me there would be 10 goals scored and the game would end in a draw, I would have said you were nuts, but that's exactly what happened. 5-5 tie. Hank Kremer got things started with a goal in the 5th minute. Florial Coleman equalized 2 minutes later with a penalty kick in the 7th minute. He got a goal in the 38th minute as well. Then Lee Hartley also scored for Middlesbrough in the 44th minute. Second half, we came alive. Rivero had a hat-trick's worth of goals, 47th, 78th, and the equalizer in the 94th minute. And that's after Coleman had his own hat-trick goal in the 90th minute, giving him the lead. I think they thought they had won the game. It was extra time. I went on the overload, and Rivero scored. There was like 6 minutes of extra time. He scored with 2 minutes left. Gus Hill's 70th minute goal was all for naught, and Jason Knight scored again in the 64th minute. I think this is the most goals he's had in a season in a long, long time. Middlesbrough was on the attack all game. 32 shots, 19 on target, 7 clear-cut chances, and Ward had a 6-5. I mean, yeah, okay, he let 5 in, but still, he had some brilliant saves. And the defense, even though they're on 6-4s and 6-5s, also had some really good stops as well. Rivero is coming into his own, like I said. He's definitely been a more than adequate replacement for Yari at this point. Kremer went out injured with a bruised ankle, but he's only out for 3 or 4 days. So, 3 wins and a draw puts us in 11th place. 20 games played, 8 wins, 5 draws, 7 losses for 29 points. A -1 goal differential after being down, what was it, -13 or 12 or something like that? I'd have to go back and check. But top goal scorers so far, Hank Kremer and Rivero both with 13 goals. Rivero with a 7.51, Kremer with 6 assists. Jason Knight, 3 Player of the Match awards. I think I talked about him a little bit at the end of last season. 3-star current, 3-star potential ability, 26-year-old, plays midfielder. He and Collins have been kind of the unspoken, unheard of, unseen midfield guys that do a job. And they're lost in the shuffle. Comes deep to get the ball, dictates tempo, likes to switch the ball to the other flank. The 16 passing and the 16 first touch really helped with that. He came to us from Wimbledon on a free, and I loaned him out to Filed, and he came back in as a starter. 46 games, 1 goal, 3 assists, and a 6.99. 44 games, no goals, 3 assists, and a 6.95. Last year, he had 40 appearances, 1 goal, 1 assist, and a 6.77. That's statistically been his worst season since he joined us. This year, 13 appearances, 2 goals, 2 assists, and more importantly, 3 players in the match, a 7.34 rating. He has been really, really solid in the midfield, and he really stepped it up when Collins went out with the injury. So today, we are playing Ipswich Town away and Bradford City at home. And then we found out we're playing Cardiff in the FA Cup third round as well. So I am going to set my best 11 for the Ipswich Town game, and we will be back with that in just a bit. Well, today we are away at Ipswich Town. They are currently 13th in the championship. They are playing a 4-4-2. Faria in goal, Upton, McTominay, Grant, and Watson as the back 4. Sims, Boateng, Molumby, and McGrandles as the midfield 4. Hector Ingram and Hoban up top as the strikers. We are playing our 4-3-1-2 with Ward in goal, Garda, McNally, Durante, and Colwell as the defensive back 4, Knight, O'Hare, and Skip as the midfield 3, and Wilson behind Kremer and Rivero, who are up top as the strikers. Now, Ipswich is the slightly favored team. Ward kicks it, I have no idea where. Watson sends it up to Hoban. Kicked away by Durante, but it goes right to Sims. To Upton. Centers it, Hoban's there, off the post. McNally sends it up. Looked like a foul there for a second. Okay. Knight. Free kick out to O'Hare. Back to Knight. Up to McNally. To O'Hare. Back to Knight. Bounces around, Skip now has it. To Wilson. He loses the ball, Molumby kicks it away, Hoban runs it down. He centers it in, Durante knocks it away, Wilson's there, sends it to Rivero. I don't know what that was. Hoban has the ball now behind the defense, but his shot gets pushed left. Corner kick. Or is it a throw? It's a throw-in. Upton to Hector Ingram, to Sims, who loses it, but Boateng's there. McGrandles kicks it, and it's off the crossbar. Cleared out, and the highlight ends. Oh, he dodged a bullet there. Faria with the goal kick. Out to Sims. Long pass. Hector Ingram gets behind the defense. He centers it. Hoban's there. Off the post again, and Durante clears it. Corner kick. Sims. Knight knocks it out, but it goes right to Boateng, and his shot also hits the post and goes out. Wow, totally not having any good luck. This should easily be up 2-0. Watson runs the ball down on the right, centers it in, but McNally knocks it away. Grandilis has it to Boateng, knocked away by McNally again. Rivero, out to Kremer on the left. Crosses it in the crowd, and Rivero scores. Well done. Oh, look, it's raining. Okay. Kremer. Nice cross, and Rivero jumps up and just puts a big forehead on the ball, drives it into the back of the net. That was well done. Half hour gone by. We've got the possession advantage. We're doing better statistically in Ipswich Town, but those 3 woodwork hits, 2 of those should have been goals. They've got to be kicking themselves over that. Or at least if they're not doing it now, they will be after the match. 2 minutes of first half extra time. Should be coming to an end here soon. And it does. Rivero with a 20th minute goal. 5 shots, 3 on target for us. Decent possession advantage. 5 shots, 1 on target for them. But again, they had the 3 woodwork hits. Okay, starting the second half, moving left to right. I have no idea what the heck that was. Holy cow. Dodged a bullet there. Coming up on 60 minutes. The team looks to be doing okay. I mean, no one's really horrible. McNally taps up to O'Hare. Out to Gardner. To Knight. To O'Hare again. To Skip. Passes to Colwell on the right. Colwell loses the ball. Son of a gun. He is really starting to annoy me. Hector Ingram crosses it. Hoban's there off the post again. Crossbar even. Wow. That was an interesting cut. Okay, Hector Ingram surrounded by players. Malumbi, and his shot pushes it to the right. You know what? Ball's out of bounds. I'm going to make this now. I really like Colwell, and he has some good games for us, but he just has too many stupid mental errors like that. We're going to bring Colwell off and replace him with O'Donnell, and we're going to bring Gardner off and replace him with Constable. Coming up on 75 minutes, we're going to come off the attack and go to standard. Unless Hoban scores here. No, Hoban doesn't score. Durante scores for him. Mother. Let's see what happens here. Okay, Reed with a throw-in. Hector Ingram sends it back to Reed. Long kick in. Hoban's there. Oh, McNally made the slide tackle. Hoban kicked it. And went right to Durante, who deflected it into the goal. And it's not let me select the match mentality now. I wonder why. Okay, let's try this again. We'll go to the overload for a few minutes. See if that helps. Maybe not. Sims. To McNerney to Reed. Son of a gun. Well, eventually, with all the chances they had, you knew they were going to get at least 1 or 2 in. Reed was just left unmarked. I don't know that should have happened. I've got my set pieces set up. And I either exploited a hole in that or I totally forgot to click save. Coming up, 85 minutes, 2-1 down. You think after all those exciting games offline, I'd have one for you online. Or at least a victory, but no. Durante to Skip, to O'Hare, to Rivero. Long pass opportunity there. Oh, McTominay. Who scored that? Kremer scored that. Why did McTominay's name come up then? Oh, it's because he was the closest defender. Okay. Awkward headed by Durante, but Rivero has it. Long pass. Kramer's there, and we equalized. Okay, you know what? We're going to go to the counter because I'd much rather have the draw than the loss. Watson with the throw-in, and that is the game. Boy, did we escape with that one. Thank you, Hank Kramer. 11 shots, 3 on target for them. 11 shots, 5 on target for us. Good possession advantage. They had 23 key passes. That's just... Can I switch this over here real quick? Let's see overall. They had 3 woodwork hits. Boy, they're going to be kicking themselves for that. They should have won the game. Well, we will come back for our home game against Bradford City, who are currently 19th in the league, in just a bit. Today we are at home hosting Bradford City, playing our 4-3-3. Ward and goal, Gardner, McNally, Durante, and Colwell as the back 4, Collins, O'Hara, and Skip as the midfield 3, Kramer, Stankovic, and Rivero up top as the strikers. Bradford City is playing a 4-4-2, Redding in goal, Walks, Najate, and Chukwudi as the defensive back 4, Anderson, Powell, Bell, and Mustafa as the midfield 4, White and McLeish up top as the strikers. Colwell with a throw-in to O'Hare, who loses the ball. Anderson runs it down. White, long pass up to McLeish, who got behind the line. Ward with a nice block. Powell with a corner kick in for Bradford City. Knocked away. Cole with a nice save on the far post. Najate runs it down. Cole kicks it out of bounds. Stankovic with the free kick knocked away. McNally runs it down. Passes it up to Collins to Stankovic. And he scores. Nice shot on the keeper's right side. He's back from injury. He's not going to play a full game. Well, unless he's like close to getting a hat trick or something like that. But oh, cheeky side pass by Collins there. Well done by Stankovic. Collins with a free kick from outside the box, sends it in, and Stankovic scores off the header. Okay, maybe he's not coming out. Shall have to see. Nice header by Stankovic. Oh, way to come back from injury. Although, now that I said that, he'll probably twist his other ankle. Or, you know, his Achilles will get upset. The ankles are getting all the attention. I really ought to be quiet about that. Halftime, we are comfortably ahead, 2-0. Although the stats are pretty even, we've got a huge possession advantage. I am perfectly happy with that. Gardner with the ball. Long pass. Can Stankovic run it down? He can. Cross it. Rivero's there and off the keeper and into the goal. Barrow made a good effort, but he just deflected it the wrong way. Yeah, I can't blame Barrow for that. He really did try. Finally, a comfortable win on a live comm. It's coming up on 60 minutes. Yeah, he's got 2 goals and assists, but we're going to pull Stankovic off. And what we are going to do... Let me switch screens here. Go to Diamond. Stankovic is going to come off for Wilson. Lentil is going to come on for O'Hare. And we will save our last substitute for just in case. 10 minutes left. Chukwudi with the throw-in to Hill, who taps it back to Chukwudi. Over to Najate. Long pass back to Barrow, who sends it forward to Anderson. Across the field to Mustafa. Back across the field to Anderson. Sends it in, but Durante's there. He kicks it back to Ward, who sends it up into the crowd. Kremer has it to Wilson. Passes it up into space. Rivero runs it down, and he kicks it right at Barrow. Good defensive effort by the guys. Durante picked up a yellow. When did that? Oh, it just happened. Okay. 3 minutes of extra time. Can we keep the clean sheet? Anderson to Nelson to Ward with a nice save. Something tells me Nelson's attempt was unintentional. Into the crowd, knocked down. Collins sends it up to Wilson. Oh, saved. Oh, Rivero with a follow-up. Wow, Barrow was just luckless there. Let's see that on the 3D. Collins up to Wilson. Oh, Chakuti kicked it on the slide tackle. Barrow made the nice save, but he deflected it right to Rivero. Barrow's probably going to end up with a horrible rating for Bradford City, but it's really not his fault. Let's play keep away, boys. Keep the clean sheet. Rivero to Collins, to Wilson, to Kremer. Back to Collins. Well, Redding runs down the errant pass. Colwell's there. Back to Collins. Passes it up. Barrow saves it. Kremer couldn't get to it in time. And that is the game. A solid 4-0 win. Well, Barrow had more shots, but not as many on target. 2 clear-cut chances, 15 key passes for us, 11 shots, 7 on target. Only 1 shot from outside the box. That was well done, boys. And we are in 9th place. Let's save the game here, and then we will come back and... Well, we can kind of sort of see it on this screen. We have Cardiff, who are currently mid-table in the championship, and then West Ham. So it's back-to-back home games, which I'm comfortable doing. So we will come back for Cardiff and West Ham on the next episode. Well, it finally happened. A live comm win. A really good live comm win. 4-0 over a team that admittedly is bottom of the table. And that's after we dodged the bullet that was Ipswich Town, which by all rights they should have won. 3 woodwork hits, 2 of which were absolute sitters. But I don't know what to think. We're on the right track. Those early wins have certainly helped us. The fact that we're not losing as many games this early on, I think bodes well. I was aiming for a mid-table finish. I'm hoping for a mid-table finish. I think it's doable as long as we stay healthy. And frankly, as long as we keep winning some of these shootouts we've been having. You know, we've kind of reverted back to quote-unquote typical Enfield Town. We're going to score 5 goals, but we're going to let you score 4 just to make it look interesting. You know, I think I have the dubious record of having scored the most goals in the championship the same year we set the record for allowing the most goals in the championship. That was last year. And both those numbers were in triple digits, which frankly is nothing to be too proud of. I think this year, if we cut the number of goals we allowed in half, then mid-table finish is definitely doable. Coming up next, our FA Cup game against Cardiff. I'm hoping for a decent run there. Fingers crossed. Maybe that'll be another live comm win as well. If you liked what you've seen and heard, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content. Questions, criticisms, comments, leave those down below. I will answer them as fast as I can. My name's FM18. I thank you for watching.